This is the ASUS Vivobook S15, and it's the first Snapdragon X Elite Copilot Plus PC from ASUS who sent over and sponsored this video. And boy, am I impressed with this laptop because I've been using it for a bit and I can already tell a massive difference in terms of snappiness and general usability compared to previous Intel-based laptops, which always felt sluggish. So it's pretty obvious that these are the fastest, most intelligent Windows PCs ever. So in this video, I'm gonna break it up into 4 different parts. Number 1 is gonna be the overall design, ports, and display. Number 2 is gonna be the specs and the value. Number 3 is gonna be the performance of the X Elite chip. And number 4, we'll be digging into all the new AI features, both Microsoft's Copilot Plus features and ASUS's own AI features as well. So let's get started with the design. The first thing I really like about this is the all aluminum design and chassis, which feels very great, very high quality all around. I really like how they made this laptop. Opening it up, it has a really nice, classy, simple design, and I like their large trackpad that actually has gesture support. So if you swipe on the left here, you can actually raise and lower the volume, which is really cool. On the right side, you can swipe to adjust the brightness, as you can see, just like that. Quite nice. I like the keyboard, it's backlit, also has RGB support. But my absolute favorite thing about this laptop's design is actually the display, because it packs in an incredible display for the price. This thing has 3K resolution, it's a 15-inch display, really nice, up to 600 nits of brightness, 120 hertz, which is a big deal to me, and 100% DCI-P3 color accuracy, so it's extremely good in terms of color. This thing is also very thin at 14.77 millimeters, and it's also super lightweight, only 3.13 pounds, which is actually lighter than Apple's 15-inch MacBook Air, which is 3.3 pounds. And it has the one thing that I love that does not come on Apple's MacBooks, Windows Hello, which automatically logs in instantly. I love it. And another huge benefit of the Vivobook S15 is actually the port selection, because this thing is fully loaded with all the ports that you need. Right here on the left, we have HDMI 2.1. We have a couple of USB 4 ports with Thunderbolt support. We have micro SD. We got, of course, the headphone jack. And then over on the other side, we have a couple of 5 gigabit per second USB-A ports. So I think this is actually the most loaded in terms of ports that I've seen on the X Elite laptops. And the best part of all of that is actually the specs and the value. This Vivobook S15 is by far the best value Copilot Plus PC that I have seen on the market, because it comes with 16 gigs of RAM and 1 terabyte of SSD for only $1,300, which is a shockingly good deal considering that it comes with the Snapdragon X Elite chip. Keep in mind that if you configure Apple's 15-inch M3 MacBook Air with 1 terabyte of SSD and 16 gigs of RAM, you'll be at $1,900. And spoiler alert, the X Elite chip inside of this laptop is faster, running it up to 45 watts of CPU performance, and this also comes with Wi-Fi 7, which the MacBook doesn't get. So as for the design and the value, I'm extremely impressed with what you get for $1,300, especially since this thing is incredibly snappy. Everything loads and opens instantly, whether it's uncompressing zipped folders, installing apps, opening them, browsing the web. This X Elite chip is finally giving Windows laptops a breath of fresh air. I've literally been waiting for this moment for 4 years, ever since Apple ditched Intel and switched to their own M1 chips, and it's finally happened with the new Snapdragon X Elite. So bravo Qualcomm for making this happen and pushing the entire industry forward, and bravo ASUS for giving us the best possible price for such a well-spec'd machine. And speaking of the chip, let's jump right into the performance. The first thing I want to look at is the actual SSD performance of that 1 terabyte SSD, and look at that, over 5,000 read speed. That destroys everything you can get from Apple's M3 and multiple other X Elite laptops that we've tested already. This is very, very impressive. Of course, I tested Geekbench 6. You can see the score right here, and this is actually the 78 SKU of the X Elite, and we're still getting super impressive single core of around 2450 and multi-core at over 14,000. So this thing screams, especially for only $1,300. I also tested Speedometer 3, 25.9. That is extremely competitive. That's gonna make sure that everything you do for web browsing, for web-based apps is gonna be super, super snappy. Here's the Speedometer 2.1 score, 459. That beats every single previous Intel laptop chip. This is gonna be incredibly snappy compared to everything you've ever experienced with Intel. I also tested Cinebench 2024. We got 1,006 points in multi-core. That is extremely competitive, destroying the M3 MacBook Air, as well as the other X Elites that we tested. It's very, very, very impressive. And the reason it's giving us such a good score in Cinebench is because of their really good thermal cooling system. It's their Ice Cool technology with 2 97 ice blades, 2 heat pipes, 2 exhaust vents, keeping it cool and surprisingly very, very quiet at the same time. So much more quiet than the previous Intel chips. And in terms of the graphics performance, we tested 3DMark's Wildlife Extreme Unlimited, and we got 38 FPS, which isn't the fastest, but it's definitely good enough. And now let's get into the fourth part of this video, which is the AI features. And I wanna start off with all of the new Copilot Plus features, since this is the first ASUS Copilot Plus PC. And as you can see right here on the keyboard, there's this little button right here that is the Copilot button. So let's press it. As you can see, it pops open the Copilot app with a little chatbot. So let's see, let's ask it something. How can I clear my RAM? Let's see what it says. All right, it's popping up already. Look at that. Number 1, close RAM hogging processes, cleanup, startup. Oh, it's fast. Startup programs, clear RAM cache, restart. Dang, okay, update. Yeah, it has a ton of different stuff. Oh, it even has a YouTube video tutorial that you can click into and watch. That is actually really useful. Now there's also the recall feature, which right now is not available, but it is coming soon through a post-launch Windows update. And it's cool because it lets you search across time to find the content that you need, and then even re-engage with that content, which can be really helpful. And now the next awesome Copilot Plus feature is live captions, which actually translates any audio that happens on your laptop from over 40 languages into English subtitles in real time. So right here, I have a video from my favorite tech YouTube channel, which is Geekerwan, which is actually a Chinese language channel. And sometimes they post videos with no subtitles enabled. So right here, you can hear, got Chinese, and check this out. At the top of the display, in real time, we're getting English subtitles. And the really cool thing is it's actually translating it very well with good grammar. It makes sense. I actually adjust some of the previous words if it helps with the grammar. So this is very, very helpful. And it also works with video calls and anything else system-wide. Oh, look, quick settings. No, this is kind of nice. I just use Copilot to figure out how to do quick settings. Windows plus A. Oh, that's what it is. That's what quick settings is. Okay, well, I just learned a new shortcut. So right here, you can see Studio Effects camera. You can tap on it. Oh, all right. Let's aim it at my face. And you can see that it has a bunch of different settings. This right here uses the X Elite's built-in NPU with 45 TOPS of performance to adjust things with your camera. So let's see, let's turn on the portrait blur. Oh, ooh, that actually looks nice and subtle. I like that. There's a standard blur. Oh yeah, that's some strong blur. I like the portrait though. Portrait light, which, oh look, it's adjusting the exposure of my face. Oh, what? It's literally cutting out my body and exposing it better, brighter. That's really, really nice. It also has some creative filters. Oh, that's like animated. What? Okay. Oh, whoa. Okay, that's animated, that's for sure. That looks interesting. watercolor. That is quite unique, and it's using the NPU in real time. It can also do eye contact teleprompter, so let me get close and see if this works. No way. Okay, guys, can you see my eyes are looking directly at the display, but I'm actually looking down right now and reading on the display, and my eyes are looking directly at the camera. What? All right, that is nuts. Just look at my eyes shift. I can't believe this is working so well. Copilot Plus also has the Co-Creator app. So let's open the Paint app. Right here you can see Co-Creator popped up, and it lets you basically type in your idea and then sketch where you want that to show up, and then even adjust the style and the creativity. So let's go ahead and give it a go. All right, here I did a terrible drawing of a big dog playing with a ball. Let's change the style to anime. Let's see what it can do for me. Give me some anime. Oh, interesting. Look at that. It actually kind of matches up to what I had originally in my terrible drawing. Watercolor pixel art. Let's see what this does. Oh, that's actually really cool. Let's increase the creativity and see what it does. Okay. Oh no, turn it down. That's scary. Okay. All right, turned it. Ah!
Dude, why'd you mess it up?
This is great. All right, a little bit more creativity. Oh no. This is so... And another cool feature is the automatic super resolution, which Microsoft created, which is gonna help your games get high resolution with the NPU without sacrificing the frame rate or the battery life. And now moving on, we also have the ASUS AI features, starting with Story Cube, which is a really cool AI-powered digital asset management tool, which can automatically organize your photos and videos. So we transferred some to this laptop, and you can see that it automatically detected 3 different faces right here. We have Emily, we have Elon, and Alina, and you can see it has 2 different scenes. It has portraits, so if I go here, we've got 3 portraits right here that it detected, and we can also go into hiking folder, and you can see that it automatically detected that they were on a hike, which is actually really, really cool. Now they also have their AI adaptive dimming, which is really cool because it adjusts your display based on your presence. So I have the settings right here. You can actually turn off the screen when you leave completely. You can wake the device when you approach, and you can dim the screen when you look away. So let me actually test this. I'm gonna look away and let's see if it actually dims. Did it work? Oh, it dimmed. There you go, and oh, look at that. It turned back on. So let's see if it'll turn the screen off when I leave. So I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna walk away. Oh, hey, it worked. It turned off. Okay, now if I approach, what? It detected me. Look at that, turned back on when I came back. That is actually really cool for privacy. If you want to keep this as private as possible, whenever you look away, walk away, it actually is going to help with saving battery life by knowing when you're not looking, so it can dim the display down. That's for another battery boost. And on top of that, ASUS also has their ASUS AI noise cancellation, which reduces background noise in meetings and calls. So let me actually click the record button, and I'm going to turn on some noise, airplane noise right here. And let's see how this gets rid of this airplane noise, which is right next to me. All right, I just played it back, and it's crazy because I don't hear any noise at all. Some noise. Check this out. Airplane noise right here. There's literally how this gets rid of this airplane noise, which is right next to me. Literally 0 airplane noise. That is insane. So for Zoom calls, other conferences, that is a huge advantage. So as you can see, there are a ton of AI features with ASUS's features and Copilot Plus as well. So with that said, the ASUS Vivobook S15 is the first Copilot Plus PC from ASUS with the new Snapdragon X Elite, and based on all of the other Copilot Plus laptops that we've seen and tested, this one is by far the best value, getting 16 gigs of RAM and 1 terabyte of SSD for only $1,300, which is a crazy deal for what you get, especially considering this amazing display. So thank you ASUS for sponsoring this video. If you want to check it out, you can use the link down in the description. Definitely hit subscribe for more videos like this one. Check out one of those two right there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.